getting some wood. Alright, so recently went out into the bush, the backwoods of Alaska to get some free firewood. So you go out there with a truck and a chainsaw and you cut down some trees. Now these trees are already dead. They were killed by these beetles that came probably about 2 years ago. Got really bad. These beetles came through South Central Alaska, and they just went to all the spruce trees that were bigger size spruce trees, and they just went in and started eating through the bark and killed a lot of them. So now these dead trees are standing with a lot of spruce boughs on them that are all dried up, and they're real forest fire hazards. So the state of Alaska, you know, they welcome people like us to go over there and cut them down and get them out of there. And they do make really good firewood. Here's a pile we got here. Example type of stuff that you get from the woods. So, yeah, if you take this bark off, you can kind of see where the beetles. So here you can see where the beetles came in. Want to check this out? So you got these little holes where the beetles entered through this outer bark and went in here and just kind of crawled around and started making damage, doing all this damage, killed the tree. So the good thing about this is it's seasoned already. Just keep the snow off of it, and then this pile right here probably maybe January wood. So, looking at this stalk right here, birch, and this wood stalk, that's going to be a reserve for February. This is probably January, and then I got some stuff in here for December. So we're probably good until March, but I'll have to go out and get some more of this stuff. Hopefully soon, actually, before it gets too deep, the snow, because once the snow's up here, it's a little bit difficult to get around. So right now the snow is about 1 foot deep, and if it gets to be 2 feet, it's a little bit tough to get around through the forest. Kind of warmed up a little bit last few days, minus 12 degrees Celsius right now, so I guess that's about 1 degree or minus 1 degree Fahrenheit. It's cooling down though. It's cooling down from now. Front's coming in out of the northeast from Canada. The cold air, it kind of comes out of the Northwest Territories, and it just trickles down the Yukon, and then it goes over the Alaskan Range through the valleys, and then it comes right down the Susitna and just kind of cools everything down around here. So we'll have minus 30 degrees next few days Celsius. So that's, I don't know, minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Got to do some preparation right now, chopping wood, filled up the diesel tank, stuff like that. So usually when I chop wood and it's minus 10, I build a little fire and warm myself up, take a break, warm up my hands, warm up my mind, and then get back to chopping. It's good work. I like doing it, actually, because it's something to do, and it's good for moving the body and stuff in the winter time, like a little exercise. And it focuses my mind. Good work.
スフィンクスはめっきりマイナス25度、マイナス20度あたりで、キャビンの中にで過ごすことがほとんどになり、それ以来外のこの温度に慣れず、にいます。
Okay, so here's the cabin. It's not completed yet. There's a lot more cosmetic work we have to do, and I need to do some stability work on some parts of the cabin. For example, I need to put some bolts and stuff in there. But for the most part, it's livable right now. The big concern is safety, and then it's also comfort. So we got the wood stove and the drip stove. The drip stove runs pretty much all day and all night, and the wood stove, depending on the temperature outside and the temperature inside, runs, you know, in the morning and then in the evening. So we've been sealing up leaks between minus 10 and minus 30 degrees Celsius. And that's between 0 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So the place itself we're able to keep it above freezing for the most part. Right now it's 14 degrees Celsius. It's quite cozy in here. We're not really burning any major fire or anything. I've burned a little fire in the wood stove today, and the diesel stove has been on a low setting all day. So the big thing is there's air leaks that are sucking in cold air from the cracks in the building. And so if it's 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit inside here, and then you're sucking in, freezing cold air from outside, you're going to kill your heat. So finding the air leaks, identifying the air leaks, where they are, where they're coming from, and then sealing them up, a very important thing. It's a process, what I've been doing the last few weeks. We've got a lot of them sealed up, so it's holding the heat pretty steadily. Another thing to reduce the suction of the air into the cabin, you have two combustors. You have a diesel stove combustor, and you have a wood stove combustor. So these are consuming oxygen and air, and just based on thermodynamics, they want cold air. So a hot fire wants cold air to burn. So it's going to suck that cold air in from outside to burn. So a solution to that problem is to have an air intake you rig up an air intake directly outside. So this wood stove here has a pipe under the bottom. It's a 4-inch pipe. And so we're going to rig up this this material here and hose it outside from under the building, so where this unit is going to suck in air from outside directly instead of sucking the air from our house and then from outside the house. Creates a negative pressure. Once we finish these tasks to get the air, the combusting air being drawn in from directly outside, it's going to improve the heat value of this cabin substantially. So, but anyway, right now it's comfortable, it's stable, everything looks good. There's no major problems. We're comfortable, we're happy, we're healthy, we're safe, even though it's quite cold outside. The day right now is so short, so sunrise is like 10 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. That's when you're gonna have light in the sky. So, but during that short 3 hours during the day, you're really quite busy. You got a lot to do. There's always ways to improve comfort and to improve things. So that's a constant process, which is very fun and interesting and exciting. So that's what we're gonna do. Improve the cabin little by little.
今、4時前なんですが、マイナス12度外が。で、中が、中が13度に、なっています。マイナス25度あたりまで下がった時はですね、いろんな隙間から冷たい風がビュービュー入ってきて、キャビンをですね、あったかくするのには薪ストーブとあとドリップストーブを、上げる必要がありました。で、日中とか午前中そうやって薪ストーブ炊いてドリップストーブを 4.5 ぐらいまで上げておくと、室内の温度はそうですね 6,7 度、ちょっと寒いんですけども、ストーブのあたりで温まってればそんな寒いっていう感じはなかったですが、ただ夜、薪ストーブの薪が耐えて夜から朝方は1階の方はですね、0度を割ってしまうっていうぐらい、寒く、あと隙間とかもありました。で、それでは、軽油がもったいない、薪がもったいないということで、床の方からたくさん冷たい風がビュービュー入ってきているので、この床のこう隙間をスプレーフォームで閉じたり、あと、壁の端っことか柱のところが、たくさん、冷気が出てきているので、そこを、応急処置でタオルとか、ティッシュとかで、詰めるとちょっと幾分 2,3 度は、ちょっと暖かくなるという体感的に、感じがしました。
This would be easier with a socket. I found it. Feels like I hit something. See the wind coming up?
I can go under there and put a light.
I might have hit one on this side.
Well, let me go under there. Maybe I can put a light and
Well, we'll have to.
see from there. So.
Can you see the scissor blade? Move over. From the edge of this hole is our start cut point.
Cold air coming up from there, damn it.
Yeah, big time.
I'll pull it from underneath.
Well, once you put some caulking around this pipe, you're drawing from outside.
Yep. So one thing that we do here in the cabin in the nighttime, especially when it's really cold, is we turn all these fans on to circulate the heat that's generated from these two units. It circulates the heat and blows it around. If we didn't have the fans, the heat would just go straight up and out of the building. So with the fans blowing the heat around and blowing the heat into the floor, it increases our overall heating efficiency. So here's a fan right here that we use, and it's blowing down on this wood stove. It's iron heat all the way down into the floor, all throughout the cabin. And it has a variable speed. You can turn it up. So right now this is running off the generator. You could not run this off the battery. Now these fans here are charged by Nuon AAA rechargeable nickel metal halide batteries. So a little battery pack. So you just, I recharge all these. I got 8 of them now, so I'm cycling them out, cycling them in, cycling them out, and pop it in, close it up. You can adjust this thing however you want it. You can blow. And so these can run all night long, and just on this battery pack. So you can use this. You don't need to run electricity while you're sleeping. You can put it up here, connect it to a screw or something, and just blow air down. So you can kind of put these, you can put them anywhere you want, because it has this really interesting movable piece. And then here is the charging station for the AA batteries. So these 4 batteries are charging. It will take probably about, I don't know, maybe looks like 30 minutes or so, and they'll be fully charged. And then I can plug them into this fan here and set it up to blow off the drip stove. So it's one thing that we do to increase our heat efficiency. It saves us a lot of money. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. We have this fan here that we brought from Japan, actually, and it just works off of a thermocouple principle. So this thing gets heated and hot when you lay it on the top of the stove, and the heat creates a tension and creates a motor and spins this little fan. So this is totally just free, basically free motion. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the cabin. So, little update on things after we did a lot of the sealing up a lot of leaks, and we were piping in some air intakes from the wood stove to directly outside. So now the air is going into the wood stove from outside directly. We've completed that task. It's just a lot more comfortable in here. We're burning less fuel to keep the place much more comfortable. It's not nearly as tough or hard or stressful or expensive as it was. So it got down to minus 30 Celsius a few nights ago. We had a good fire going. We had the drip stove on a medium setting during the day, and cabin was comfortable in here, very comfortable. And then at night, we kept feeding the drip stove or the wood stove and put wood in there and let it burn pretty much all night until maybe it burned out at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. And the drip stove was on 4.5 setting, and upstairs in the loft was quite comfortable. Still, if you wake up late, the longer you sleep, actually the colder the cabin downstairs is going to get, because it's thermodynamics. So anyways, yeah, we've done some work on the heating this cabin, and it's paying off. So it's definitely much better in here, much more comfortable, very, very cozy. Where was I? Oh, yeah, there you go. Feels so good.